as I'm en route for the Landlord Rally going on in New York City. As everybody knows, there's one happening in New York City, and there's also another one happening over in Albany simultaneously. But as you can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't see from behind me, the weather is not exactly that great, and it's not exactly participating with us. As if we didn't have enough to deal with, we're dealing with Mother Nature.
In 1 mile, exit to the right, then take the exit to the right again.
Well, I'm doing this as I'm going, so you're going to hear some navigation. You might hear some background noise. The audio is probably going to be horrible, so I apologize about that. But at the same time, I just wanted to test the stream prior to getting there, because my intention is going to be streaming the event live at NYC, and hopefully being able to share that with everybody that's not able to go. You know, the weather, like I said, is not participating. Mother Nature is giving us another obstacle, and you know, it's bad enough we had to deal with Cuomo and de Blasio and all the officials that are anti-landlords. We're dealing with snow. So, you know, I don't suggest to anybody that's elderly or people with medical conditions to go out there. And I was actually hoping to have a few thousand people go out there if the weather was participating, and that you know, that might not be realistic right now at this point.
Take the second exit to the right, then take the exit to the right again.
But at the same time, you know, if we get 50, 100 people in this weather, that should show the conviction that people are having as far as these laws and how unjust this whole situation is. You know, just in case you haven't seen some of my streams in the past and you're not really familiar of what the cause is and what we're doing, what the initial reason why we're doing rally
exit to the right, then take the exit to the right again.
I'll give you a small recap and a small summary. Back when you know, the COVID-19, the eviction, the pandemic was considered to be a national crisis, the CDC had mandated for us to have an eviction moratorium in place for a couple months initially, which extended all the way till now, and looks like it might even go into June of 2021. And that was way back in March of 2020. Now,
exit to the right.
Not every state took the same approach as far as the moratorium was concerned. Some states abided by what the CDC guidelines were and actually respected the terms. They did not allow evictions to happen due to people being affected by COVID, being sick,
in 1/4 of a mile, bear left
because of COVID. However, certain states like our own decided to take it one step further, and they ended up putting a blanket moratorium in place that basically covered anybody of being evicted, along with foreclosed on. Although that's a little bit dicey and that's a little bit tricky as far as what the true nature of that foreclosure moratorium is, but that's a topic for another video on another day. That being said, through their blanket moratorium, it protected people that are not exactly on the up and up. They're not exactly nice people, and they took advantage of the situation and decided they didn't want to pay. Which you're gonna have. You're always gonna have bad people that don't want to do the right thing. And you know, whether we have a moratorium or not, you're gonna have bad tenants that are paying and are not paying. And that goes with the, you know, protocol of being a landlord. However, in addition to this, you had a lot of people that actually decided that, hey, I don't have to pay. And they're not necessarily bad people, but because it was mandated that they don't have to pay, they say, I'm going to hold back, I'm not going to pay. So you have that additional issue happening. Because there's no recourse. There's no there's no penalty for not paying, other than when the eviction moratorium is lifted, they can be evicted, which many people by that time will have moved out of the places or try to work out a settlement and get away with not paying for month upon months of rent. And that's not necessarily, a smart thing for the state, for the landlords, for our economy, for businesses all around us, because it's not affecting only residential, it's affecting commercial landlords as well.
Left.
But that being said, because of the situation and because of the nature of what's going, it's put landlords in a position where they're depleting whatever reserves they have, if they have any reserves by this point. They're in a situation where they could lose their homes themselves. A lot of landlords actually live in the places that they are leasing out.
1/4 of a mile, left.
It's not very uncommon for here in New York for somebody to own a 2-family house or a 3-family house, live in one of the units, and get supplemental income from the rest of the other units in the place to cover their expenses. What happened is a lot of people that are actually the landlords in these 2- and 3-family units are out of work themselves, and they can't pay their property tax. And there's no moratorium on property taxes, which is ridiculous in itself. How do you put a mandate to stop collections for landlords? And believe me, they're pretending and saying that you can collect. We're not telling you can't collect. Well, yes, we can collect from the people that are willing to pay, but we can't do anything for the people that are not willing to pay. And I'm going to emphasize or make a real point of saying this to everybody, that we are not looking to hurt the people that are affected by COVID. The people that have truly been affected, that are sick, that have gotten sick, that have lost their jobs, they should be protected. And that's the whole point of getting that rent relief in place, to be able to help them. However, by losing the opportunity to be able to collect income and rent from people that are not affected by COVID, it's causing a backlash and a major financial strain and issue for all the landlords, especially the small landlords. And I'm not going to harp on to the big landlords, because whether you're a big landlord or you're a small landlord, what's right is right. And what's happening is not right. If everybody's hearing windshield wipers and noise in the background, again, I apologize about the audio quality and the background noises in the stream that's happening right now. But I just wanted to make sure that I did get a stream going on. Just to complete my thought and finish my thought on this topic, I wanted to help everybody understand and give them a summary of what brought us to having this rally today. Now, I'm hoping to have great results. I'm hoping that some media actually shows up there, considering the weather. And if they don't show up, there's your excuse, the weather. Although they have no problem sitting at the end of a service station or something like that, watching people driving back and forth in the snow. Hopefully, this cause and this reason gives them enough of a catalyst to actually cover it. Hopefully. I don't know if that will be the case. But I'm heading over there. Rain, snow, sleet, whatever. You know, we'll use the mantra that's coming from the horseman. And I'll be there. The next time I will be. The next time it was my phone. So the next time I will be streaming live, I'm hoping to be at the event, and hopefully it goes on without a hitch. And if for some reason or another we don't have enough signal, or we're having technical issues with the stream, I'll apologize in advance. But hopefully we don't, and we'll be able to go out without a switch, without any kind of hitch, and people will be able to see what's going on. Until then, thank you for watching. Please watch the stream. Please like, subscribe if you haven't. Support the cause. Comment. Like I said many times, I'm not looking for approval rating or anything like that on YouTube. You know, the people that are following are following. But the reason I need more and more people supporting this cause is to bring more attention to it, because there's definitely not enough attention.
In 500 feet, bear right, then bear left.
I will bear left. There's not enough attention coming here, and we need to do everything we can to shed some light on the other side of the story and give enough people
in 500 feet, turn right.
Of you know, landlords are human too, and they should have the same type of rights that every other working citizen here in this state, in this country, should have. So like I said, until then, be safe, be good, and hope to be streaming with you live as soon. Thank you.
Turn right.